So guys, we had a little situation. You see our holders right here?
We gon' pick it up right where we left off, and we gon' bring it to you all around the world. Don't come around here with that slick talk. Say that game for your bitch, I'm not a girl. In the city running lights on lit and all.
So hopefully one day this will be valuable to somebody. See the castle nut, right? You got two screws, locking screws that you gotta unloosen to get the castle nut off, right? Then once you do that, you gotta remove your washers, and then next you got the bearings, the wheel seal bearings, right? That's what we changing right now, a new hub seal, and we also putting on new brakes and shoes and all the hardware. You know what I'm saying? You can look behind there and you can actually see all the oil once I take everything off. All behind the hub right there, you see all that oil and grease. So we're gonna take this whole demonstration off, right? You see me pulling out my bearings, right? You see the hub oil still draining. We're gonna let that go ahead and finish draining out. We're gonna pop out our old seal. We're gonna get everything all cleaned up. We're gonna get a new gasket on there. And we also gonna change our brakes, you know what I'm saying? So once I take the hub seal thing, everything off, we're gonna remove the brakes and the shoes off of here, and we're gonna replace the hardware, and then we're gonna put everything all back together, man. I hope this come valuable to somebody one day, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on right now, and we're not going to put that same castle nut on and lock and washer and everything. We're gonna go with a whole new setup and everything for this, which is actually better to me. That I think so, but we're gonna go ahead, man, remove everything, and you know what I'm saying, get everything all cleaned up, clean everything all up, make sure we push our tone ring back for our wheel sensor. And as you can see, when I remove this, these brakes wasn't even adjusted, so this wasn't even grabbing nothing, guys. You know what I'm saying? You see how the S-cam is away from the rollers? Took it off like this. You know what I'm saying? So that mean to me to tell me that this here axle and this brake shoe was not adjusted correctly. So that's what we on today, man. So y'all stay tuned. Let me get this thing all taken apart. Let me get it cleaned up. Let's get it. See that leaky wheel seal? See all that oil around there? That is no good. No good for business. Y'all see our sleeve is still on there. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now, you can also see that we also had an ABS issue because our ABS sensor wasn't on our tone rings. We're gonna take care of that too. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the brakes. We're gonna pop the seal that goes around here off, and we're going to move our seal, our holding seal, which is here, that should have still been on there. We're gonna take everything apart, man, get everything all ready, get everything all cleaned up, and we're gonna put everything back together one by one. We're gonna put the shoes back first. We're gonna put our seal on. We're gonna press everything in. After that, we're gonna adjust our brakes, new castle nut. That's what we on. Let's get it. We got our ring off. You know what I'm saying? That needs to come off, and that's actually garbage. We're gonna throw that away. You know what I'm saying? That gets thrown away. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll throw it over there for right now. That gets thrown away. You know what I'm saying? The next move is we gotta go ahead and remove the seal from around here so we can get our bearing out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We're gonna go ahead and throw this away. You know what I'm saying? We got our bearing out, inspect our bearing, make sure all the rollers are all the way around, which they are, so we can reuse the bearing. Yes, sir. So right now we're gonna clean all this up and get this ready, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove our shoes, our hardware, and everything off of that, and also get that cleaned up. So y'all stay tuned, man. Let's get it. Yeah, y'all see how I do it. Got them springs off. You know what I'm saying? Got them springs off. And y'all know me. I like to go ahead and kick them demonstrations off like that. Oh, we got it stuck a little bit. Yeah, hold on. They always be stuck a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Straight like that. Y'all see it? We're gonna go ahead and throw these away. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna clean all this up. We're gonna clean everything all up. We're gonna pull our bearings in the solution tank to get them cleaned up, to make sure the bearings or rollers is not seized up, man. And then we're gonna go step by step and we're gonna slap this thing all back together, retorque everything down, retorque our tires down, and adjust our brakes. Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all see it. So the proper way to get everything all done, you see we got the bearings in the solution tank. We also got our hub cap so we can see everything all cleaned up. And you also see, man, wait 1 second, let me move this out my way. You know what I'm saying? Thank you that I got a parts cleaner. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get this all cleaned up. We're gonna get our tone rings cleaned up, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the proper way to do it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let this sit and get on here and get cleaned up while I install the new brakes. Then we'll come over here and get this all up out of there. Ain't no need of putting a new seal on everything, man. And everything is not cleaned up correctly because the next person to come in behind you and they'll say, oh, you know what? We need to change the seal because it's leaking. No, the guy before didn't do his job right. Do it correctly and clean everything all up, all nice and clean as it should be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we on right now. And then we're going to move on to step 2, which is putting the new shoes on while this is settling and sitting. You know what I'm saying? You also want to get your bearings, the rollers all cleaned out. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to let this sit and settle. Also want to get inside here to make sure you get all the debris all in the inside like this, man. And look, man, a lot of people do this differently than what I'm doing it right now. But this is the way I do it right here to make sure everything is nice and clean and everything all set to go. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And also let my hub sit in there and seal and get cleaned out because there's a little eye in there, glass, that gets a lot of dirt on it that needs to get cleaned out. So like I said, we're going to let this sit on there. We're going to get our brake shoes and we're going to start applying our new brakes and get our hardware on, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. Let's get it. Straight like that. So guys, we had a little situation. You see our holders right here? So y'all see our holders right here? Man, these had to come out, man. I had to torch them. They were seized in there. No good. Y'all see old? We got our brand new ones in there, man, when you talking about a headache. So we got them up out of there, man. That's the right way to do it, man. It might take a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying? But you definitely got to get those out, you know what I'm saying, to put the new ones in because the brake shoes ride on this and they sit on there. So you got to make sure sometimes they be pressed more in the inside. Sometimes they be pressed more on the outside, which makes the shoe not sit on there correctly and they couldn't come off. If you see right here, we got our sensor cleaned up and pushed forward, so it's gonna ride on our new tongue ring. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get the new brakes installed, and then next we're gonna put the hub and everything back on and new castle nut. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Y'all see it, man. You gotta be able to go through any trials and tribulation, man. Any problem that you have, you gotta be a master of your abilities, man, and figure it out, man. It might take a little time. It might take a chisel. It might take a air hammer. It might take a torch, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be the one that's going to come out on the end, on the top side. You know what I'm saying? As of that note, y'all see we got all the new hardware on, all new springs on both sides all the way around, new inside springs. We got new rollers. We got our S-cam cleaned off. We got our wheel speed sensor cleaned off. So all the brake system is all put together correctly. The next thing we got to do, we got to put our new hub and gasket on. And we're gonna put some fluid in there before we get to so what I like to do is once I sit the hub on with the new bearings and everything, push everything on before I put the inner bearing on, which is gonna be here. I take my fluid and I go ahead and fill up the inside the hub. So once I put my cap and everything on, it doesn't take hours and hours for me to making sure that the fluid is inside there, man. But before I do that, we're gonna get some sandpaper and we're going to sand around here real lightly so our hub seal can go right on there nice and smooth, man, and make sure our seal is cleaned off, our sensor. And man, we almost at a home run, man. Let's get it. I'm very blessed to have me a seal, a puller, and a tool to make sure the seal sits flush. Y'all see at the bottom of it, it sits on there. Also, you want to go around like I'm doing right now to make sure that the seal is sitting evenly flush all the way around, which is what we got going on. Y'all see our bearing can move around in the circle. Y'all also see our tones is cleaned off. You see our hub itself is cleaned off. And now we're gonna slap this thing on, man. And like I said, before I put the inner bearing in, we're gonna fill it up with oil until it starts leaking out, so we don't have to put as much hub oil in there as we put everything all together. But make sure y'all drop something in the comments, man. Drop something in the comments, man. Look, y'all see, for those who just start watching at this part of the video, y'all see everything is together. Y'all see our old stuff that we are not using that. I'm gonna show you once we get ready to put it together. Y'all make sure y'all take a look at that. We are not using those old washers and everything when we put it back, man. We are not using that. Let's get it. Look how I'm sitting flush on that tone ring. When it goes back on there, it's gonna be sitting on there nice and flush. Like I said, before we put the inner bearing in, I'm gonna give me some oil. We're gonna go ahead and start filling it up to make sure we get it nice and lubed up inside there. We're gonna put our castle nut on there, man, and we're gonna put our outer cup on, and we're gonna be good to go, man. Put our drum on and we ready, man. Just like that, man. Let's get it. What's going on, man? And that's what you want to do. Make sure it's coming out like that with that fresh oil. So now we can put our bearing inside there, man, and put our new nut, lock everything down, and I'm gonna show you guys a trick to make sure that the hub is sealed correctly. See, the leak slowed up, so that means our fluid stayed in there. You look in the back, we are sitting right there on the sensor, and right here y'all see it, man. We also got a new bolt and a locking ring. This is what you want right here, man. This is what you want. I don't have a let me see if I can snap this out of here. There we go. See that? Yes, sir. I'm gonna show y'all how that go. So, you guys see those teeth in there? That's where that orange piece I just showed you lock on. So, we're gonna get this on here, man, and make sure y'all stay tuned. Let's get it. You see, that's how it's done. You see my new bolt on there with my locking ring. Also, you guys see this groove right here? It needs to go underneath and lock in there, and both ends lock on the side, man. So you don't have to use the old style with this and the bolt to lock it down. You can go with the newer version. It's actually better. So now we got to put the cap on, and we also got to fill it up with oil, and we're going to put our drum on. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out because my phone needs to charge, and the rest of it is like a cakewalk. So I got I think it's like 5 bolts right here to go on. So it's 6 bolts. The cap goes on. You fill it up with oil, which we should almost be full, and we spin it around. Y'all see how that thing is spinning? You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. We got the new brakes on there, and we all done, man. So I hope this video was helpful. Maybe y'all can learn something, you know what I'm saying? Tuck underneath your belt like I did, man. And like I said, man, drop something in the comments, man. Let's get it. All right, y'all see a finished product. We got hub oil in there. Also, you guys, you don't want to be past this, you got a full mark. This thing is not designed to be filled up with oil. That can also cause it to leak. So it should be right here at this line. And also, you guys see these green lug nut indicators? When I fix the trailer, I do put these on here. It makes it easier for the driver to do his pre-trip. So if you see these lug nut holders, one missing or facing the wrong way, you need to torque all the tires down to make sure it's done correctly, and that's what those are for. So we got the brakes adjusted. So I just show you guys the proper way how to do the hub seal and also brake shoes to make sure everything is done correctly. I showed you how to clean all your parts correctly. I showed you how everything is installed correctly. Drop something in the comments, man. Let's get it.